guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have a special guest here with me. This is Vida. For those of you guys that don't know her, she's at Readings by Vida on Instagram, and this is part of a new series that I randomly just decided to start on my channel. I've been thinking about it for a while, but basically I know all these dope ass people and I'm always talking about them, but I'm like, I need to introduce them to my audience because they're amazing. So this is Vida. So Vida, tell them, like, what is your official title? What, I never know what to call you. I'm like, she's just dope, she's just cool as hell. Like, I love her.
Well, according in the spiritual, how can I say this? The spiritual community, they will consider me as a psychic medium. I call myself a spiritual advisor. They've also labeled me as an INFJ. If you want to know what kind of personality you are, if you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert, there's this website called 16personalities.com. You can take this lovely little essay and you can get your official title there. But I was born this way. I didn't study to do what it is I do. I started speaking to the dead and seeing angels at the age of 3. My first visions was at 3, and I've always was tugging at my ear when I was little. So I thought that was normal until I was told by my family it wasn't. And so people were really afraid of me for a long time. I was shunned a lot, but the dead have never steered me wrong. That's the best way I could explain it. The dead pretty much guided me. They always told me, be careful, be careful, be careful, or go this way or go that way. We would call it intuition or your sixth sense or your conscience, or I guess, you know, in the cartoons back in the day, the good angel, the devil. Yeah. But again, the beautiful thing about your divine team, which was what I call your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the ascended masters, the orishas, the deities you work with in every culture, elemental beings, power animals, source, whatever you choose to call it. The beautiful thing about that, they always taught me to teach and trust my intuition, which I do that now even with my own children. It's all about intuition. I always talk about praying and meditating. That's like one of my slogans. Like, it's literally
the 1-2 combo.
1-2 combo. I have shirts. I literally had shirts made up that say pray and meditate, and on the back there's 2 boxing gloves, 1-2 combo, because you need those 2 steps to duck and dodge the chaos and the confusion of everyday life and what's going on with you. And it gets intense, and people think that spirituality is so difficult when it's not. It's, you were born perfect. You were born with this intuitive knowledge. We were just born in a system that conditioned us to believe that we weren't perfect. And it's that intuition that is your best instinct. That's your best tool for this day. Everyone think like, oh, I can get into one more of my spiritual guides or my ancestors. Pray, meditate. And praying isn't this holy intervention type of deal, like, oh, I have to be holier than thou. No, you do not. Praying is just talking like me and you, but you're praying and talking to your source. Again, it could be God, the goddess, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Serapis Bey. And, or the running joke is that I have a pineapple as my logo. And for years, I always used to tell people, I don't care what you believe in. I don't judge you. I'm not here to judge anybody because I'm human. I'm flawed just like everybody else. And the running joke was, I don't care what you believe in. I did the whole thing and I said, you could believe in the chocolate dragon or the almighty pineapple. And people freaking fell out. They thought it was hilarious. And I said, if the almighty pineapple brings you to a higher level of ascension and allows you to become a better version of yourself, then all hail the almighty pineapple. And that was it. It just took off. So it's every time someone sees a pineapple, it's like, oh, Vida, I saw a pineapple. I thought of you. I'm like, do you know how many? I just literally got a package yesterday from a client and it was all pineapple stuff. I had a client who hit me up earlier today. They're in Hong Kong. I saw a pineapple first. They're sending it to me. I'm like, why are y'all keep sending me all this pineapple stuff? But I get it. But that's pretty much my logo now, the pineapple. And I, after doing my own research, found out that the pineapple is a really mystical fruit. And it also kills parasites. So while you eat it and while you drink the pineapple juice, you're actually flushing out those negative energies, those negative toxins that you are consuming through any type of foods and drinks. So I didn't know that at all. I just recently found that out when I was doing meditation, and my team was like, you need to pay attention to what this pineapple thing is about. I'm like, oh. So that's how it started. My readings get kind of intense. My mentorings get intense. I offer all these kinds of services because not everyone's on the same path.
So yeah, we can talk. So how I even heard of Vida or met Vida is that my friend got a reading from her and was like, oh my god, I just got a reading. And mind you, my friend is that friend that loves to get readings. She's always getting readings. I'm like, oh, you got another reading, whatever. And she's like, no, but this chick is the real deal. And I'm like, and she just went on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Vida. And it's so funny because that day I woke up and I was like, I feel like I need to get a reading, and I'm not the type of person that gets readings like very often. I want to say I do them like quarterly or whenever I feel like I'm kind of stuck, or I don't know, whenever I just need a little bit more guidance, right? So that day I woke up and I was like, I don't remember what the situation was in my life at that moment, but I was just like, I feel like I need to get a reading. So when she kept going on and 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 on about Vida, I was like, okay, well clearly I just need to get a reading from this chick. So I remember I emailed her right away, and you know, she has like we'll talk a little bit more about her process if you're interested in getting a reading, but she has an auto reply, booked a session with you, and at the time, like she's on point, like her replies are on point. So I think I was able to book a reading with you like in the next 2 days or something like that, and then the most amazing reading ever, like unlike any other reading I've ever gotten. It was unlimited, which I had never even heard of people doing unlimited readings. Like it was insane. And from then, that was like a year ago, I want to say, because it was last summer.
Year and a half ago.
Yeah, a year and a half ago. And since then, I've been getting readings with her ever since. I buy products from her. I have my spray that I travel with, like protection spray. I do not play with that. That goes in my carry-on every single flight that I go on, especially now with all the traveling that I'm doing and with all the energies that I'm bumping into during all of these travels. So let's talk about your readings, the process, what a reading like is with Vida, and then I could even share details of my personal experiences with her. So,
well, with my readings, I always felt, because I've gotten readings, I can't read myself. That's one huge thing. I can't pull cards for myself. I can't light my own candles because I do candle readings, because that's another form of divination that I was born with. Don't ask me how I got it, but I just got it. And also, I'm a fire child. I was born in December, so it's...
And what's a candle reading?
A candle reading.
Let's assume that nobody knows what the hell we're talking about.
Okay, a candle reading. If you ever go into those New Age stores and get those huge candles, or the botanicas, those 7-day candles, and people buy them for themselves and they light it for a specific situation. They go to the counter, and usually there's someone who's spiritual worker works. Says, "Look, I can bless it for you, and I can put this on it, or I can carve someone's name, and you can add this oil, you can do this," and they'll do that for you. So that means you actually didn't get the candle and prepare it for yourself, so you could light that for yourself. But what I do, I make my own soy candles because I get to play with the colors and I get to do them myself. And the soy candles that I make, I chose soy because it's more natural. Everything to me is all about nature, connecting with nature. Every aspect, every culture is always a connection with nature. If you want to get biblical, ash to ashes, dust to dust. We go back and we get recycled into the earth. I mean, you can do that, but also it's spoken in Buddha. It's also spoken in the Quran. It's also spoken in the Egyptian culture. It's always about going back into the earth. So I chose soy because it's a more natural and more safe product. I really don't like other waxes because I've had bad experiences. Like they get too sticky or they just don't burn right. And it's soot free. You know how sometimes you light candles and they leave black marks everywhere? So that's why I chose that. So what I do is I light a candle, I charge it, I bless it, and I cleanse it. I ask for your information, your name, your date of birth for that, because that's considered root work. That's considered hoodoo. And hoodoo is a practice of changing your circumstances. It's not guaranteed because it has to do with free will. That's another issue. And also has to do with faith. So don't come and contact me if you don't have faith or if you don't believe the situation is going to get changed. Faith comes within you. Even if you choose not to believe in the same things I believe in, I have clients who are atheists. They say, I don't believe in nothing. I'm like, well, nothing is still something. Exactly. I have clients who are scientists who don't believe in the religious realm. I said, well, energy is energy. It is. It's energy is everything. The energy is spirit. So with my candle readings, I usually light them at my altar because people want me to read the candle, want me to read about that specific situation. Let's say you want to make more money. So we light you a money candle. And I light it on my altar. I get your name, your information. I pray over it. I charge the candle with my process, with my ancestral team, because this all has to do with my ancestors. And we light the candle. And the next day, you're going to get a set of pictures of what the candle is showing. If the flame is high, if the flame is low, if the candle has turned off, if the candle turns black, if the candle cracks. Any of those situations as directed by spirit and there's a message attached to it, you'll be getting that every day until the candle is finished, and then I'll give you a synopsis of what that candle is saying. So that is one of my most popular readings because people think it's great that I can actually do divination through fire. But my actual reading that you do one-on-one with me, I do them through Skype.
Which is amazing, by the way. So you don't have to leave your house.
Exactly.
In the past, like I would get readings from like the neighborhood like person that everyone goes to, and you have to wait in line for like 3 hours just to get a reading. And the fact that you can schedule a reading with Vida and from the comfort of your home, like I've done, like I've done readings in my pajamas, chilling just like this, through Skype. Amazing.
Yeah, and my readings don't have a time limit.
Did you guys hear that? Unlimited. Like, I think every reading is different. It depends on what message you know comes out. But I don't think I've ever done a reading with you that has been less than 2 hours.
No. It's always been 2 hours.
That's insane. Who do you know out here that does readings that are unlimited and like for the price that she's charging? Like, when I tell you it is worth every single penny, it is worth every single penny. And every single person that I told to read about, they're like, she's amazing. Like, her readings are amazing. Because you guys know that I would never introduce you or talk about a person that I don't fuck with 100% or like, you know, Vida's the real deal.
The reason I appreciate that so much, but the reason that I chose not to put a time limit on it is because I've been in readings, because like I said, I can't read myself. I can't pull my own cards. That's for self-gain. Now, I can pull a card for my husband or for my children or for a family member because it has nothing to do with me. It's about their personal life. But if it has to do with my marriage, it has to do with my relationship with my children, I can't read myself. That's why each spiritual practitioner needs another. I could use my products. No doubt, because they've enhanced me and allowed me to do that because my products are to help me and my energy. But it's not going to change my karmic lessons. It's not going to change what's negative or positive coming out. And we still have to go through those motions. It's about lessons. But the thing is, I've had readings, and I'm like, after an hour, I'm like, that's it. You just cut me off. I know that.
Yeah,
and then I'm a psychic medium, and I know there's more. And I'm like, that's it. You're not gonna. I know you have more to tell me. You're not telling me. So that frustrated me. But that was years ago. So I decided it's no time limit. I stop when spirit stops.
Yeah.
That's it. And then when they stop, I'll have them tell them, okay, they're pulling back now. And then
and even after the reading is done, you do something that I've never had experience with anyone else. You ask, like, is there anything else that you want to ask? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then even after that's done, she's like, if you have any questions, if tonight you think of something that you want to ask, just send me a text on Skype and I'll get back to you. Who does that? Who does that? And thankfully, I've never had like a question that I want to ask because everything that I need to list here happens during the reading.
Yeah, I've had clients who send me like 10 questions after. I'm like, dude, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You have to understand something. I have to pray and meditate before the reading. I'm channeling you literally at midnight from the time I read you because I feel what you're eating. I feel what you're sensing. I feel that you're tossing and turning. And I sense all that. That's not a joke. That's very physically draining. And then I say, do you have any other questions? Do you have any other questions? And then I say, okay, now if you have any other questions that you feel that you forgot to ask me for today only, because they'll try to do it 2 days later.
Of course, yeah.
You send me a message and I'll let you know what I pick up. I have clients who give me like a whole paragraph the next day. I'm like, I told you it was only for 24 hours because I'm channeling you for those 24 hours because I have another set of clients that my time is invested in them now. I'm talking to their spiritual team. My spirit's talking to me. I need to figure out what they're going through. I can't do that. And I don't know why I was led to do that. I have no idea why I was led to do that. But I never go against spirit. That's the one thing. That goes, again, back to your intuition. You never go against what you know is right. Like, literally, we could be walking down the street and something tells me I need to go right. And you're like, no, the coffee shop is on the left. I'm going to be like, no, boo, we going this way.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, but why? It's right there. Boo, we going this way. Don't ask me why. And we're going to go this way. And guess what? We can meet somebody else that needs to bump into you or needs to bump into me. And
it's
we
like
find out.
Exactly.
And if you guys choose to do things your way consistently, what ends up
Say that again. You end up
falling on your face because what happens is that's your ego. Because we as human beings still want to be in control, but people don't realize we are spiritual beings, a soul in a human body having an experience. And then everyone comes to me, oh, Vida, I saw a sign. I'm like, boo, it's just a sign. Not everything is spiritual.
So talk about like what is intuition? Like what is intuition? Is it that little?
It's that knowing. It's that knowing. You know how when you meet somebody, hi, how are you? And you turn around, oh, I don't like this person. That's that intuition. That little nudge. And intuition is soft and subtle, and it's just a soft push. It's just something from your divine team, from your source, trickling down all the way down to your spirit guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, to tell you that you need to stay away from that area or that person is going through something. But we don't like to listen to that.
And how many times has something happened to us and then afterwards you're like, I had a feeling that, and that's intuition.
That's intuition. And everyone's like, what's intuition? I get these feelings, I'm angry or I'm upset. That's ego. Those are your emotions. That's part of the human experience. But people think that that's a big part of it. But ego is loud, it's crazy, it's chaotic, it's messy, it's happiness, it's sadness, it's anger, it's rage. Those are your human emotions, and emotions are just a part of you. They're not all of you. And unfortunately, a lot of us in this generation, and even the generations before us, have been conditioned, again, back to conditioning about relying on your emotions or saying what you feel. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, that a lot of people these days get butthurt, even over social media.
Yeah, and feelings are not facts.
Exactly.
Feelings are not facts.
You have to go based on what you've experienced. I can't tell you what you've experienced because I'm not living your life. Only you can tell me what you've experienced. And you believe in spirituality because of what you've gone through, not because of what somebody else has told you. Now, somebody else recommended you to me, but your experience with me made you keep coming back to me. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with religion. Religion is amazing. I love religion. But man messed up religion. Man made religion about money and power and dictating laws. Okay? I love religion. I love culture. I am 100% Cuban. Both my parents are from Cuba. I am first generation Cuban American in my family. I love Cuba. I love the traditions of the religions there. I love Catholicism. I was raised as a Catholic. I love it. But religion is man-made. Spirituality is not. And man-made issues, or as you could say, let's say another word, a government, you have to follow these laws. And if you don't follow these laws, you go to jail. And in religion, if you don't follow these laws, you're going to hell. Have you ever?
They pressure you into, and that's what I don't personally don't like.
I don't like it either. But the beautiful thing about spirituality, do you ever hear your source? Do you ever hear your spirit guides? Do you ever hear your ancestors? Do you ever hear your spiritual team saying, if you don't do this, you're going to hell? Never. It's always a human. It's always ego-driven, power-driven, always about being in control. And the beautiful thing is people don't seem to realize, and I've said this a couple days ago, and I keep saying it because every time I do a live Instagram, they love hearing it. Your biggest love affair is between you and spirit. Because spirit will never steer you wrong. We're just afraid because we physically can't see it, because our human side wants to see it in black and white. But they're like, that's so hard to believe in. How is that hard when you have faith every day? And they're like, I don't have faith. We're about to break it down. Faith is something you do every day because you need to physically survive. You do this thing called breathing. If you can't breathe, what happens to us?
Now that.
Can you see air?
Ah!
I'm just saying, can you see air?
No.
But you know it's there. So your physical body automatically has faith to breathe in this air. Not the best air, mind you, because we're in New York City, but you know what I'm saying? Air. Do you see what I'm saying? Your body's already programmed to believe in the unseen. You're allowing that environment, what we've been conditioned to make you think you're crazy if you believe in the unseen. You get these intuitions all the time. You get these feelings. You get these notions. You know when something's wrong. You can literally see your phone and get a text message. You know one of your friends is going through something. But just by saying, hey, what's up? Hey. They can even put a smiley face emoji next to you. You're like, something's up. That's your intuition. And if people actually chose to pay attention to your intuition, I'm telling you, things would go so much easier. And I tell it to people all the time. People are like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? Pray and meditate.
Yeah, I think people try to make it so complicated and try to make it all about a system. Like, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this. And it's not that complicated. It's actually very simple.
It's belief. That's your powerful tool right there. Belief. Once you have faith within yourself, anything you go through, those karmic lessons, what you have to go through, what you have to learn in this lifetime, it's going to happen regardless. So you might as well just go through the storm and ride it out, because at the end of the storm, you'll be like, now I know I went through that. I don't like going through it, but I went through it because it taught me that now I need to stay away from this situation, this situation, this situation. Or what it usually teaches us, the same lesson teaches us over and over again. Pay attention to your intuition. If you think about it, if you go back to every situation you've ever been through, if we listen to our intuition in the first place, we could avoid a lot of drama, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of hurt, a lot of betrayal, because we choose to hold on to people like, oh, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't have a problem with people giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't have a problem when you know they're messed up and you know that they're a fucked up person. You continue to do it. Why you keep allowing certain people in and out of your life when it conveniences them? That's a problem. But people don't want to hear that. That's why when I do my readings, it's unlimited because I'm going to break it down.
Yes.
I'm going to go into situations you don't want to talk about. Like, literally, the first reading we discussed, I remember because they're literally bringing it to my memory. The first reading we had, it was your ex who popped up. He truly came right up I'm like, you got a guy here, and he's very demanding. Like, he's really like all on top of me, like to tell you shit. And little did I didn't know that you had somebody in your life who committed suicide. And that started your movement, being involved in the community and starting this, and then which started your movement of doing beauty and doing blogging and talking about Latina culture. If you didn't go through that, you wouldn't be where you're at right now.
I wouldn't be here. It's true.
Everything happens for a reason. Now, was it an experience you had to go through? Yes. Did it hurt? Hell yes. Did you learn from it though?
It changed my life. I am who I am because of that experience.
Exactly. So those karmic lessons have to be done. I don't care how much you pray and meditate. You're not going to avoid being negative. And people think being negative is such a bad thing. It's not. Think about it. Why did your source, why did your creator, why did Jesus, Buddha, Allah, the almighty pineapple, whatever you call it, why did they put positive and negative, dark and light, love and hate, moon and the sun? Why did they put two opposites there? It's not to be positive Pollyanna or negative Nelly. It's about dealing with both sides and handling both. But people don't see that. People say, oh, I have to be all spiritual. Oh, namaste. And I'm all happy when you can do that, but you got a dark side, and you need to tap into that dark side as well, because sometimes you have to get dark in order to stand up for yourself. Sometimes you have to get angry to start fighting for yourself and stop allowing toxic people to come in and out of your life for a reason. So if you were happy all the time, hi, how you doing? Oh, you know,
people walk all over you, which is what happened to me, which is why I had to tap into that. Like, no, like, I'm not going to let you walk all over me.
So that's pretty much what I'm about and how it happened. I've been doing readings, I think, since I was 18. Before that, I was in the medical field.
Yes.
I had my own actual business. I was an independent contractor, and I was doing medical consulting, medical billing, medical coding for doctors all over the country, from Florida to California to New York, to the 5 boroughs to Pennsylvania. And I was allowed to do it from the comfort of my home, to be with my children and to be with my husband. And I miss that. I really do. I'm not even going to lie. But last year, Spirit said, like, you gonna stop all this. I'm like, no, not. I got children there in college. You crazy? I got bills to pay. I was so against it. And again, I put it out there. I put it out there. How many times every time I fall on my face, I will put it on Instagram. Like, look, I'm stubborn as shit. And Spirit kicked my ass. And now I'm going through some shit. So don't be like me, because I'm being stubborn. Even us, we have lessons to go through. You're gonna do this full time. No, I ain't. You crazy? I ain't doing this shit full time. You bugging. No, hell no. No. And I'm arguing with my spirit guide. I'm arguing with my ancestors. No. Vida's gonna do the readings part time like she has been. That's what we're gonna do. Now all of a sudden all my contracts started ending. Not even in a negative way. They're all positive endings. Like, oh, you know, you are amazing, you're great, but so and so had a lot of my contracts was with one huge practice. And it was about 18 providers. And the main doctor who owned it got very sick and no longer could operate. So
you can't operate, then there's no business.
Exactly.
If there's no business, then you can't work.
So everybody was going their own way in the practice. So that's how it all ended. And it ended literally on December 31st, 2016.
Wow.
So I began my full-time spiritual career on January 1st, 2017. Which was a 1 year in numerology, which is all about a different conversation as well, all about 1 year.
It's going to have to be like 10 different parts. We're going to have to do like a whole part 2
Jesus
about.
Christ. Yeah, it's going to keep going. And 2017 is a 1 year in numerology, new beginning, new pathways, and it's going to be great because if you realize 2016 was a shitty year. It was a 9 year in numerology. There was so much death. It was ridiculous. Like, I'm a Star Wars fanatic. You don't understand. Like, I literally have Star Wars keychains and shit all over the house. And when I found out Princess Leia died, oh my god! Like I was like, that's it, I'm done. And that literally happened at the end of the year. But when I looked throughout the entire year of 2016, so much chaos, so much anger, so much hate, so much death. And I literally thought it was, I hate to say this, not in a negative way, but it was a cleansing. To get us prepared for 2017. And 2017 is all about rebuilding. starting anew, but it doesn't mean that it's over because we have 2018, 2019, 2020. They keep coming, and these first few years and the next set of cycles, it's going to be amazing, but you have to put in the work. You have to start believing in who you are. And that's one of my biggest downfalls with my clients. They don't believe in themselves. It kills me. I'm like, how do I get to do this? Pray and meditate. But my message doesn't change. It's that simple. And they ask me, oh, I'm following so-and-so, and they said this. I'm like,
stop. Listen to you. Can you talk about, like, basically you having your own built-in program? You don't need to listen to so-and-so. You have everything you need to...
Like I said, you're born perfect. We were born with that, it's called intuit knowledge. Look it up. Intuit knowledge.
Trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Clearly Alexa agrees with us.
This happens all the time when spirit comes. It happened in her readings too.
Yeah.
My other clients will always see this video. That happened to me too. Electrical devices just start talking out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that Siri hasn't gone off. She usually goes off on my phone. So yeah, see, that's how you know spirit's around. Like, and just everything just starts fucking around. So thank you, spirit. But we're born perfect. We're born with this knowledge, but we're born in a system that's conditioned us that we're not beautiful enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not strong enough, we don't have courage. But all these things are given to us by those who oppress us.
I'm not even gonna say anything, just drop the mic on that.
You're smart enough, you're beautiful, you have more courage than you think. You have more intuition and more power within yourself. But everybody says, oh, Vida, I followed so-and-so, and so-and-so told me to book a reading or book a healing session. I am not against any other person on social media doing spirituality. But what gets me upset is that they tell you need to change, you need to do this, but they don't talk about the basics. Why aren't you telling these people, pray and meditate? That's how you connect. That's how you start. The same way, if you and I are gonna be friends, how do we do that? You gotta communicate.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It's a communication with the intangible. It's a communication with the unseen. You know it's there. You guys feel it. You guys feel there's something all wrong with certain people. You know something's wrong with your child. You know something's wrong with your man. You know something's wrong with your girl. You know something's wrong with your boss. You know something's wrong with one of your business partners. You can sense it. So why aren't you picking up what you need to be going through? But people think that, oh, it's a black and white system. No, it ain't. It's all about the good and the bad.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Vida, that she really does keep it real. If you haven't noticed from this whole, she really does keep it real, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, namaste, and everything's all like butterflies and rainbows and love and light and like all this, and it's like, no,
that's great, but there's also dark, and this is one thing I say all the time in my lives. Not all darkness equates to evil, and not all light equates to good. So all these spiritual pages, everybody's
even salt looks like sugar.
Thank you. Oh, hell yeah. So all these spiritual pages that you follow, that's great. I love that you do, but you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your intuition. People get so hyped up and like, oh, I want to be so positive. That's great. You want to be positive if you've been negative your entire life. You need to be more positive. I need you to balance yourself out. But if you've already positive, honey, you need to tap into your dark side. There's a reason it's there. You were built with this. If you get walked over all the time, if you get heartbroken, if you get played every relationship you get into, you're going to stay either sappy and sad and get depressed and let it break you, or you're going to get pissed off and get angry and start fighting for yourself. And anger is a negative emotion, boys and girls. But without the anger, you wouldn't fight for yourself in the first place.
It's true.
You got to fight for who you are. And then also, people tend to sacrifice themselves for everybody else. Oh, especially us in our Latina culture.
Yeah.
The women!
Yeah.
The women bend over. We were trained. I'm telling you, we were trained since little. We were trained to bend over backwards for a man and for your children. If you ever realize all these grandmas and all these moms are bitter, angry, and always up your ass, wondering where you at, what you doing, what's the grandchildren doing, what they did. Everyone, I love my Latina women. I love everyone in my family, but
it's true.
We sacrifice our happiness for everybody else, and that's a problem. You have to maintain your own energy. You have to protect yourself at all costs, because if you're not happy, how do you expect your husband to be happy? How do you expect your children to be happy? And then you're going to teach those children and teach those young ones around you. If you're a grandmother, if you're an aunt, if you're a godmother, if you're a sister, if you have small children around you all the time, you're showing these children on how to be. They mimic that behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Children mimic what they see, and then you wonder why they get sassy and shit and talking shit to the teachers at high school or in elementary school. Or I've seen toddlers go off on pre-K, teachers. They'd be like, "My mommy said this," da, 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 and then you wonder why they act like that. They're mimicking what they see, because in the eyes of a child, those adults are God. But people don't see that either. People think like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do me." Do you? But if you have children, your responsibility is to not only to protect yourself and you be happy, to exude that happiness, to exude that energy, so that energy becomes contagious to those who are connected to you. Your parents, your siblings, your children, your lovers, your mates, your business partners, your associates, your colleagues. You exude that energy, and you wonder why things don't go your way, because you're not living your best potential, your best version of you. And it's all about a learning process, and you're going to fall, and you're going to keep falling. And let me say this right, I want you to fall. I want you to fall. Because if you never go through failure, you will never know what success is. And if you never get broken, you'll never know what love is.
Yeah, and then you won't even be able to appreciate the love if you've never gone through the bad stuff. So you have to go through the
that's another show.
Yeah.
That's another show. But that's pretty much how it runs. And people don't like me because I speak the truth. I've had spiritual accounts block me. They have like 100,000 followers. I don't have shit. I have nothing. My page is private. I have nothing. Because I do everything by word of mouth. It's also based on referral. Mm-hmm. That's how I work my system, because that's how my team wants me to protect my energy and those who are on my page.
Yes, and so Vida has her Instagram page, but she doesn't talk about your friend request thing
and
why.
Okay.
Because people are going to be mad when they watch this.
Okay, so I don't accept friend requests without a referral. And the reason is because I have to protect my energy. It's nothing personal. It isn't. So stop taking social media so personal. I literally said this yesterday in my Instagram story. Stop taking social media personal. The same way you guys have boundaries of not allowing your kids to act a certain way, not allowing your man or your woman to do certain things. I have the same thing. But I listen to spirit at all times, especially on my spiritual page. I'm not spiritual all the time. Don't get it twisted. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm with my family. I'm doing my thing. But I have my page private because I like word of mouth. I like referrals. And then I've had instances people got stupid.
When your page was public at one point.
My page was public. And then people got stupid and attacked me for no apparent reason. And I don't claim I'm not an expert in anything. I just listen to my team. Now if you want to rate me on that, okay. But I'm not certified. I'm not studying this, and I don't have degrees in this. I don't have none of that. I have my intuition, and I've been doing this since I was 18. I'm in my 40s, believe it or not. I'm in my 40s. And I trust them. I trust the dead more than I trust the living. And the reason my page is private is because somebody pretty much threatened me, my life, over a freaking issue that wasn't even irrelevant. But when that happened, I didn't get scared. I just said, you know what? I need to block certain energy. Now I scan. I literally scan the request. And if I deny you, it's because your energy and my energy are not going to resonate. It has nothing to do with you as a human being. It's your energy at that time. I am going to accept some people because...
Yeah, so what should we do? Have them send you an email, be like, I watched Ada's video, please accept me, here's my Instagram handle.
Yeah, you can do that. Like, you can send me an email at readingsbyvida@aol.com and let me know that you saw me on Ada's page or you saw the YouTube video, and that you would like me, to accept your friend request. I don't have a problem with that, but there's just certain energy. Blunt. And I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not Willy Wonka. And that offends people. And I've had my own clients that I've had, literally this just happened like a week ago, block the shit out of me. I'm like, wait, what? Because they didn't like what I had to say.
It's not always, the message
it's not about you.
Yeah, the message is not always going to be great and positive. It's stuff that you need to hear so that you can become a better person. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
And think about it. If it don't apply, let it fly. As a matter of fact, if you're not sure about me, I have a shirt that one of my clients made. I get gifts. I love all you clients. I love you. They send me shit. They send me shirts. I have a client who made me a shirt. It says, "Don't ask me, ask your team," because I say that shit notoriously in my lives.
And who's your team? Talk about, because I love that. You're like, okay, who is your team?
Teams are your divine team, like your squad or your crew, your unseen squad.
And who's part of this squad? Who's part of this crew? How do you get in touch with them?
Well, your first line of defense is your guardian angels, because your guardian angels have been with you and your soul through every physical lifetime you've been here on this earth. We have not just been here one time. We've been here numerous times. But your guardian angels are your first line of defense. Think about it, the title, guardian angels. They protect you at all costs physically. So if you're about to be taken off this earth before your assigned time, they come and swoop you off, and you know you've been through some situation like, I know that was God. I know that was my angels. There you go. Your guardian angels. But they can also help you, shield you from negative energy that doesn't help you. So you have to ask them for help. It's called free will.
Yeah, Vida told me the other day, she's like, whenever you feel like negative people around you or whatever, she's like, just ask your angels to block you from that negative energy. I'm like, you can do that. She's like, yeah, all you have to do is tell them, like, block me from so-and-so or protect me from this negative energy. And I was like, oh my God, it's so simple. I didn't even think about that.
But it's the beautiful thing about spirit and your spiritual team is that you have to ask them. They won't interfere because they love us that much. Your source, whatever you choose to call it, like I told you, loves us that much that they give us the power to choose whether we want to have them involved or not. It's called free will. Then you have spirit guides. And spirit guides are those who have lived on the earth, either with you through a previous lifetime or this lifetime, who are joining you on this walk of life and allowing you to get more peaceful one day at a time, or showing you your lessons, or helping you walk through these situations. We have ancestors. Now, ancestors are those who are genetically connected to you biologically in this lifetime. And lots of your ancestors can come up and around and help you through things, but doesn't mean that your ancestors are your assigned spirit guides. Back to spirit guides. Spirit guides also have a specialty. Each spirit guide has something that they can help you with. I have a spirit guide who is an actual psychic medium like myself. I have a spirit guide who is a teacher who helps me during my mentoring sessions. So my psychic medium spirit guide is not going to help me during my mentoring session because it has nothing to do with reading the person. It has to do with teaching them or allowing them to enhance their spiritual abilities, or if we're discussing dream analysis, or if we're discussing shamanic healing, or if we're discussing how to sense energy. I deal with that specific spirit guide to help me teach this mentoring session. Every spirit guide has a different specialty. Then after that is, like I said, you have the Ascended Masters. And the Ascended Masters are those who have been on this earth or been talked about this earth, because some of them are still unproven, that help humanity. Let's say, for example, Jesus Christ is known as Ascended Master. Ganesh is known as Ascended Master. Ochung is considered an Ascended Master. And those different deities and those actual humans, Saint Francis, a modern day Ascended Master for me, honestly, a modern day one that hasn't been labeled as an Ascended Master yet would be Princess Diana. Because of all the beautiful work that she did in humanity. She still lived a life.
Or like Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa is another one. Even Martin Luther King Jr. Even though his life was constantly full of turmoil, he kept fighting for the higher good of all. That's the beauty of Ascended Masters. They fight for the higher good of all. Buddha, Serapis Bey, Kuan Yin, Mei, Vunal, they come from all cultures, all traditions. Horus, Isis, all these different cultures, and those Ascended Masters, again, they're for specific areas in your life. Archangels, those are the big honchos. Now, you deal with things every day with your guardian angels. That's beautiful. You should. Everyday things, deal with your guardian angels. But when you're going through something, or you see an accident, or you hear something happen, and you feel all this negative presence, and you feel you just can't get rid of that negative energy, call in the big guns. Call in Archangel Michael. He's the warrior. If you need healing, physical or spiritual, emotional healing, call in Archangel Raphael. He's the one about healing. If you have problems with communicating and can't seem to say the right things, or always in a chaos or argument of something, call in Archangel Gabriel. All about communications. Again, specific deities, specific Ascended Masters, specific spirit guides, specific archangels have a specialty. So you get to choose and work with each one that you choose. It's your choice. They don't force themselves on you. And then the ladder goes higher and higher, and which eventually leads to source. And we have these things, and also we have elemental beings. believe it or not, elemental beings are very real. People talk about them all like fairies and mermaids. Think about it. They've shown proof time and time again throughout the years, but society says no, it's not real. But there's a lot of...
They're so real, because I was a mermaid in my past life, and we could do a whole nother video about that and how I found that to be true, and how Vida confirmed it.
You see what I'm saying? Also, there's also power animals. Like specific animals that you're attracted to, like a tiger or a peacock, and all of a sudden you feel those specific power animals, especially in the indigenous cultures. They deal with animals and the power of them. So again, it's just different realms, different things. Whatever you choose to believe in, there's nothing wrong. So please stop thinking there's a specific way of doing things.
Just go with your heart. Go with what you feel and
But people say, no, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. If you don't do this, you're going to do it wrong. Again, that's an ego thing. But people don't talk about the basics. Pray, meditate. And praying is just talking. And then you let it go.
Yeah, it's like
and
how
you let your
talk.
team.
Yeah, I talk to God, like if God or whoever, my source, like if whoever was one of my friends, like, yo, so this happened to me today. I don't know what do you think I should do about this? You know what? I'm just going to pray about it and I'm going to let it go. You're going to deal with that because I'm not dealing with it anymore. That's how I talk.
That's how you pray, because guess what? And that what kills me is people pray about, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. You know, I'm having problems financially. You know, I'm heartbroken. I want my husband back, blah, blah, blah. And then an hour later, I wonder why my husband's not coming back. Oh, that's not prayer. You just pretty much canceled your prayer.
Yeah.
That's fear. And you're allowing your emotions interfere with your prayers.
Pray for something or
and believe it.
Yeah, and then let it go. And don't think about how it's going to happen. You just, because you believe it so much that it's going to happen, you just literally let it go.
And then people say, I don't know how to meditate. Oh.
Talk about, this is something that I learned from Vida, and it really changed my entire perspective on meditation, because I'm telling you, we make it so complicated and it's so simple and basic that it's almost stupid. Like when you find out these little things, you're like, oh my God, it's so simple. Why was I making it complicated? But talk about meditation and the different forms of meditation, and how meditation is not just like, it's not that.
It's not that. Now, if you've been doing meditation for years and you've elevated yourself that you can sit in a crisscross position and do the namaste thing and envision a white light, that's beautiful. God bless you.
And that's what people keep pushing meditation to be, and it is not. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's not. Meditation is to clear your mind. That's it. That's all meditation is. That's it. Is to clear your mind. Meditation is to be in the present, in the moment, to clear your mind from the chaos of the world. Now, for those of us, I started doing meditation heavy about 7 to 8 years ago. And I kept hearing it from my team, you need to meditate, you need to meditate. The first thing I did, I turned on one of those YouTube guided meditations with the biggest hits. And I crossed my legs and did this. And I ended up falling asleep. I swear to God. I'm like, oh shit, I'm broken.
Or you just start thinking about everything. Everything comes at once.
Yes. I'm like, I'm broken. And I'm having an argument with my spirit guides and my ancestors. I'm broken. This shit's not working. Estoy rota. No work. And they're like, listen to music. I'm like, this yoga stuff, I'm going to fall back asleep again. And they kept pushing me. Listen to music. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a microphone. So music is huge, and a keyboard and bongos. Music is huge in my life. Before I actually got into meditation, this is like, I even have a boombox. Like, music is huge in my life. But I kept hearing play music. I kept questioning, like, you really want me to listen to this yoga shit? Nothing against yoga. But it makes me go to sleep. I kept hearing it, play music. I kept getting that nudge. Play music. Very soft. Play music. I'm a beat girl. My husband's a DJ. We in the hip hop era, so I ain't trying to hear no la 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 that shit. So I bust out Tribe Called Quest, and I'm sitting there rhyming every fucking song, like da 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 da, and like the whole album stopped, and I didn't realize what I was doing, but I was just channeling my anger and my issues through my music and just releasing things, and just vibing and dancing, and doing shit I haven't done in years. And I felt so much better after this entire album, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel clear. I'm so happy, and they're like, that's meditation.
Did you guys hear that?
Actually doing a hobby. I have clients who do hair, who do makeup. That's meditation for you.
Like for me, when I sit down in my vanity, which is why I got a vanity, because I realized that when I start doing my makeup, I go into this trance where I don't think about it. I'm just like, it's like I'm in this like space of just stillness. And so that's why I bought a vanity, because I realized that. So now I have a dedicated space in my room that I sit down and I do my makeup and I put music in the background and I just go into this trance. So that is a form of meditation.
That's meditation. Also, it could be cooking, it could be dancing, it could be baking, it could be sewing, it could be knitting, it could be blogging, it could be journaling, it could be reading a novel, anything that clears your mind.
Painting your nails.
Thank you.
Like,
doing hair. It could be working out. It could be planting.
Coloring
things.
books.
Yes, I always talk about that.
Like, I love these. I love these. Coloring books. So simple.
It's so simple. I have a client who's an MMA fighter. I don't put names out, but I do. They work out every day. He tells me the day he misses a workout, he's off. Like, that's meditation. Think about it. It's what you love to do that clears your mind and allows you to release that stress. And have you ever noticed when you're doing your makeup, or when you're doing your workout, or if you're blogging, or if you're cooking, or if you're baking, or you're making pottery, you're making art, you're painting, you're doing something. Have you ever noticed you get all this flood of ideas while you're doing it? Yeah. Because you're not worried about the bills, you're not worried about the bochinche or the gossip and the stress and the relationship about this person, what this person said about, and you're not worried about anything else because you're focused on you and what it is you love. You get all these little soft little bubbles. Just go, do this. I even do this tomorrow. And you're like, oh my God, I got an idea to do this. Think about it. How did you get this segment popped up in your head?
What was I doing? I literally, it's been on my mind for a while, and I probably was doing my makeup or I was taking a shower. A lot of times when I take a shower, I take baths. I love baths. Yes. I literally will sit with the bath on and I'll sit in the shower for like 2 hours just listening to music.
That's another
and
form of meditation.
All these ideas, all these little downloads, like boop, boop,
yeah, that's what meditation is, basically downloads from source to your team to you, to show you how to be a better person for today. Not holding on to the past, not freaking about tomorrow, in the moment. That's why it's called the present. That's why it's called the gift. But people don't see that. People think that meditation is great. I do rosary meditation, old school, which is I say the prayers of the rosaries. Now, if I want to get more technical, I also do mantra meditation. I literally have my mala beads in my car. And I do it while I'm driving because I live in New York City.
Driving.
Oh! Yeah, road rage like a motherfucker. But I get my mala beads and I say my mantras out loud. And if I'm doing my rosary, I say my rosary out loud because I'm putting it out there. Also, affirmations is meditation. Speaking them into existence, what you want. I want a monogamous, committed, loving relationship. I want a successful career that I'm happy with, that I'm not worried about the bills. I want my family to be healthy. I want my loved ones to succeed. I want myself to be a better woman. Or I want my husband to be a better man. Whatever it is that you want, putting those affirmations is out there as well. Again, blogging. That's, people go in on blogging. I mean, they can blog about anything, but it's what you love to do. I love reading. I can't do the same meditation every day because that's who I am. I'm a Sagittarius. We're all over the place. So I do something different every day. It's either music. It's either creating my products, doing my candles, doing my soaps, doing my bath bombs, doing my sprays. When I'm doing my actual product line, oh, I'm in a zone. I don't hear shit. The kids could be fighting. The dogs may be going off in the corner. I'm like this. Mama, and the only reason I'll get distracted is my daughter. She'll just tell me like, mind the dogs. I'm like, oh, you too, stop. And then meditation is that simple. It's that simple. And even if you don't hear anything, aren't you at peace when you do it? Don't you clear your mind? Don't you feel happy doing something that you love? It could be anything. But people think like, namaste. That's beautiful. You can. Those who are gurus who've been doing this, years, can get to that point. And those who are blessed and have that niche to do it right away, you can catch on to it. That's great. But honey, every time I do it, I've done guided meditations tons of time. Every time I do a guided meditation off of YouTube, oh my God, I'm falling asleep. I fall asleep. It has nothing against guided meditation, none at all. But it's not for me. Again, goes back to my energy. My energy doesn't resonate with that. Your energy may. So do it and keep doing it until you feel better about yourself. And do it consistently. You pray and meditate on a consistent basis. You're always plugged in to that frequency. That way you can connect with your team with no hesitation. Be like, oh yeah, I prayed and meditated once about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and it doesn't. And I can always tell, like whenever I do readings with her, and I'm like, oh, I've been feeling like kind of disconnected. She's like, well, have you been praying and meditating every day? And most of the time it's no, and that's why I'm feeling that way. Yeah. And then the moment I start to plug in and I start to like take my time when I do my makeup or color or walk my dog for like 3 hours just listening to music,
zoning out. Yeah, connecting
like,
with nature, connecting with animals. That's another meditation as well. You zone out, and what do you see?
Yeah, like
everything just comes to you like, oh.
That's why I try to, on a weekly basis, I'll take Rico to the dog park and I'll take a blanket and we will go for like 3 to 4 hours to the park and I would just zone out.
There you go. It's not that difficult, but we humans always have to overanalyze everything and pick everything apart. And it shouldn't work that way. Why not? If you want to build airplanes or boats, and that's what you love doing, do it. That's meditation. My husband is a DJ. He loves playing his records. That's his meditation every day. My husband every day for 30 to 45 minutes is in his studio just zoning out and he just jams and you can see him jam. I'm like, how do you feel? I feel great, babe. And before he didn't really, again, he's a muggle. Harry Potter term, a muggle, non-magical. I taught him about praying and meditating, connecting to his ancestors. Because of that, he has just excelled as an individual. Not as my husband, but as an individual. When we excel as an individual, every area of our life changes. It lines up and it changes. So he does that. He spins records on turntables. That's his meditation. My son dances. Now, if y'all, those of you who are on my page have seen my son pop up in the live and he's sitting there just dancing and doing, the two-step behind me to make a fool of himself. But he's also a psychic medium. He dances. That's his meditation. My daughter, she reads. She reads 5 books a day. She's 9. So there's no excuse. So if y'all want to get your kids in line, get in line. No, I'm just kidding. She reads. She reads 5 books a day. That's her zone out. And she feels so much better after she's read because she's learned so much. And she chooses topics of what she wants to read about. Like she loves music. She loves ghosts. She loves stories. She loves scary stuff. She loves painting. She goes from she's a 9-year-old, they choose everything. But she loves doing it. Also, she likes to draw. She sings all the time, though. That, my husband said she's just like you. Because I sing all the time. I always do. I just don't announce that shit. Not because I don't want to, because that's my personal therapy. That's why the microphone's on here. My daughter does that, too. So we all have our own niche of what we love to do. For you, it's makeup or styling or doing your hair. And I know you guys watch her videos. Have you ever seen how happy she gets when she's doing these videos about her hair?
Yeah.
That's meditation, boys and girls. It just comes naturally. She doesn't practice these videos.
I didn't do this video with Vida. I was like, Vida, I want to interview you. We're going to do this thing. Just come over. And we didn't practice this.
Hell no. This is just us talking bullshit right now. Just chatting it up. That's pretty much it. But,
and I already know I'm going to be so happy editing this video and uploading it and doing Instagram cuts. I'm already excited just from this video.
So, don't get offended. Just, you know what? If you're going to put a post up, we might as well say this now. If you're going to put a post up, she's going to put a post up probably with my name on it. Just tell me that you would like me to accept you.
Yes, and then put your Instagram handle.
And Instagram handle, and then send me a request.
And then
I'll respond back. I am really good at that. I will respond back. You can tag me, and I'll respond back under Ada's post, or send me an email, readingsbyvida@aol.com. You will get an auto reply first.
Yes, tell them about, so if you're, okay, I know you guys are watching this and you're like, okay, Vida's so dope, I want to get a reading from her, or I want to order some bath bombs from her, or some soaps, or some candles.
Everything is spiritual.
Yes, it's all, she has a whole bunch of amazing products. Okay, so you guys want to get in touch with her. How do you purchase stuff from her? How do you do a reading? Send her an email.
Yes, and you're going to get an auto reply, and it's long as shit, but
it has everything you need to know.
Everything. 99.9 questions are
How much does it cost? How much is this? Every little thing. Just read the entire auto reply.
Right. And then the first paragraph says, if you're interested in products or service, reply back to the auto reply. That way you get me. Because if you just send an auto reply, again, it's an auto reply.
So you have to write back to her and say, okay, I would like to schedule a reading. And then, it has the instructions. How many times do you usually read a day?
Ooh. That's a lot.
Well, it depends on your schedule too, because maybe you have family stuff that you have to commit to.
Everything's based on my personal schedule because I do work around them. But I could go 3 to 4 readings a day, and that drains the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But again, they're unlimited. I do offer mentoring services where just 1 hour long, so that I could schedule.
What is your mentoring services about?
About learning how to enhance your abilities.
And what does that mean? Like what? Being more intuitive?
Being more intuitive.
More in touch with
working with your spirit guides, working with shamanic healing, learning to do how to do hoodoo or root work, or if you're in that realm, or dealing with specific ascended masters, or learning how to even sense energy. Like that, people really don't even know how to do that. Or people don't even know how to pray. Like that's pretty much basic stuff. My most requested mentoring session is, how do I connect to the other side?
So someone, speaking about that, someone asked. So you guys, I put a post on Instagram and I asked for questions, and a few of you guys did ask some good questions. So we'll have Vida respond to those questions. So one of them was, a few of them. So the first one was, would love to hear if you've noticed a link between intuition and being in touch with your menstrual cycle. I've been getting in touch with mine, and I feel like my intuition is getting stronger.
Well, that has to do with the divine feminine. You know, you have to understand that we as women have more power than we think. But again, we were born in a society where we're conditioned that we're the lesser human. Because it's always about men and society. And this is just not in the United States, it's everywhere. So we give life. But without a man, we can't create life. So there's always a duality, male and female. So men have the power to create a life, but we have the power to give birth and to push forward. And blood is very powerful. That's another subject in itself. Blood is very powerful. Blood is life. Blood is death. It works both sides. When you give birth to a child, it has to do with blood. When you lose a child, it has to do with blood. When you lose a member, we all bleed red, no matter what color we are. But menstruation is a very powerful tool because it has to do with the feminine divine, and the power of the blood can be empowerment. Because again, we go through this every month of the pain, of the chaos, and the hurt of losing eggs that are not fertilized over and over and over again. We lose a piece of ourselves. So that's why it's very powerful. But I do believe in the feminine divine, very much so. There is a huge link and correlation with that. But again, blood is an instrument that could be used for the positive and for the negative.
I know some people say that theirs is aligned to the moon cycles.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a whole nother.
Well, guess what? Tomorrow is the full moon.
Yes, it is a full moon tomorrow.
The full moon in Capricorn. Oh my God. It's all about, this is going to be one of the most powerful full moons, which is July 9th, because it's all about transformation. I literally put up a post. I put a post too about the moon cycles, full moons and new moons. And I do a lot of
we should do another video on full moons and new moons, and I have a full new moon journal that I write in my affirmations. We can do a whole another post about that, because that's also life changing.
That's huge.
Okay, someone else asked, what can I do to strengthen my connection with the other side? I have communicated with a childhood friend shortly after he passed. I also had a strong feeling of someone I knew would be passing, and a few weeks later, the ex passed away. It runs in my family since my sister have come in contact with an aunt who passed. They just want to know how to strengthen that communication to speaking with people who are no longer here.
Tell them how, my dear.
Pray and meditate and literally talk to them.
That's it.
Talk to them.
That's it. It's not that hard.
But what can you say? Like, for example, I know you said you can ask them for signs.
Yes,
you can ask them for specific signs. Like, if you're here, what would be a request, for example, that someone can.
So you just lost somebody, or maybe about a month ago or 2 months ago, or their anniversary's coming up, or their birthday's coming up, and you're like, I would really love to know if you're okay. Everyone thinks that no one's okay on the other side. Hello, it's spiritual.
They're doing great. I want to be to the other side. I had a dream with Art when he passed, and I was like, wow, like where he's at.
It's the ball.
Yes.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave my family, but I want to go.
It's beautiful.
And unfortunately, I did die once. In this lifetime, I was giving birth to my 20-year-old. And my mother's a witness. She was there. My ex-husband and my ex-mother-in-law was there as well. We were both pronounced dead. And I crossed over and I had an out-of-body experience. But that was when I was in my 20s. Again, I was born this way. I've had this ability since I was young. But those out-of-body experiences also help you. But when it's someone's birthday or their anniversary of their death coming up, I love that you guys honor them, their birth and their death. But don't mourn their death, because what you're doing is you're dragging their energy down, and they have other work to do, because we're not done here. Our souls keep learning. That's why we keep coming back. Our souls keep learning, even on the spiritual realm. And what you want to do, if you are in specific culture, some cultures light candles. Some cultures go to the cemetery and leave them flowers or their toys or something specific that they love. What I usually do, I did this about last month in June, was my grandmother's passing, her anniversary of her death. I did not mourn her death at all. I celebrate that shit.
Life
and I usually pull a card every day on my page about the card for the day. And that day I announced it like this. Today's my anniversary of my grandma's death, who's very strong, who did exactly what I do now. She was a spiritual advisor. She was a psychic medium. She did seances. She did root work, hoodoo in Cuba. So I lit a white candle for her, and I'm shuffling the deck. And I said, I'm grateful for my grandma. I did a little conversation about her, and I'm shuffling the deck. And usually, if you guys ever watch live or on my page, you'll see cards fly out. I don't pull cards; they just fly. Yeah, they just fly out. And this card flew out, and I swear to you, it's still on my page. The card of ancestral wisdom popped out the day of the anniversary of my grandmother's death. There are ways that they will make themselves known. Or if you want a specific thing, or you want something specific, create a sign.
White butterflies.
In here. Don't speak it. Create your own sign. And I usually tell everybody, give it about 24 hours. Ask a yes or no question. Create the sign in your mind's eye. If you see it within 24 hours, it usually means a yes. If you don't see it within 24 hours, it usually means a no. Or you'll get angel numbers. Or you'll get specific animals you run into every day. The white butterfly. Or you'll see a black bird. Or you'll see that black cat running across the street every day when you go across the street. Or you have a ladybug land on you. Anything like that. Those are actual signs from them beyond. But we don't pay attention to that.
And we're not listening. You have to listen.
Yeah.
And,
you'll know. For those the funny thing is, we know this already. When we see an animal, we're like, why did that remind me of something? Or you smell something. My grandfather is notorious for smoking cigars. So every time I smell a cigar, I'm like, okay, Papi, I see you. I know you're here. Or I'll smell a certain meal that my grandmother used to make. Or I smell her perfume.
Yeah, for me, it's my great grandmother's. I get like whiffs of Vicks, and it's so weird. And I know, yeah, like, and I'm like, I know, and we so random because I'll be walking down the street and there's like a whiff of Vicks, or I'll be at home and I'm like, I didn't put any Vicks. Where's the Vicks? And I know it's my great grandmother.
It is. It's usually like, I swear to God, like we get cards like this. I swear to God, it happens all the time. I don't know what they're telling me to do. So I'm gonna just do it.
Yeah. So what are you doing now? Like, what is this like? You just said they're telling me to do this. What does that mean? Like, these people. I'm
listening to my actual spiritual team. I'm listening to my ancestors, my spirit guides. They're telling me, my intuition is telling me to pull out the deck of cards. I brought out 3 decks, but they're telling me to pull out this deck. And this deck is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And again, I said it earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. Don't pull cards on yourself.
And what is a deck? What is that? Talk about that. Because these people literally don't know what that is. Like,
mira, deck. A deck of cards. Just like a regular playing deck of cards. When I was little, I was not allowed to touch certain things, but my grandmother always gave me a deck of regular playing cards, and I used to pull cards that way.
So all the cards have a message on them.
Yes, they all have a specific meaning. And what usually happens when my team tells me to pull the cards, I don't literally, okay, I'm going to cut the spread. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm not. But I do play with it. And I play with them all the time because they tell me to do so. Again, I do everything in tune by spirit. I've had mentoring sessions. I did a mentoring session earlier this week. They literally told me to read them. Again, I can't control spirit. I do what spirit wants me to do. So they've literally told me how to, pull a deck out, pull this deck out. And what usually happens, I just start shuffling. Just like this. You know what happens because you've seen it. And what usually happens either in a live Instagram or in a mentoring session or in a reading, that happens. And
this one is up.
This is the only one that fell up. Look, literally.
And this one is up too.
There's 2 cards that fell up. Usually happens. That's spirit's way of saying, Toma! This is for you.
So
everything else is face down. So we have 2 cards. So obviously this is meant for you, because I'm in, your domain.
Or maybe
and your followers. Yeah. Your followers. And these are 2. I love this. Oh my God, I'm so excited already. So the first card is called Message in a Bottle. See if we can focus it in.
Zoom in. This camera doesn't autofocus.
There you go.
Okay.
So right there. Message in a bottle. Okay? Now, it's a beautiful picture. So we're gonna get the book because I like things in black and white because humans always say that's bullshit. She's just making it up. No, it's black and white. I didn't make this shit up.
So all these decks come with a book that have more information on the meaning behind each card.
So obviously, this is for you. They're telling me, and for everybody else because we're in your domain. Look, you're getting a reading, girl! What?
You just expect the unexpected when Vida's around.
Yeah,
really.
It happens. So, the essential meanings is, I swear to God, what we talked about before the video,
Yeah,
I
we
swear
had
to
a
God.
conversation.
Oh my God, about
I'm not even
personal
ready.
situations. Oh my God, you're not. I'm gonna show you so you know that I'm not. Look, what the fuck does this say? Communication, a sign, a cleton, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. Oh, he heard me. Okay, I'm not mad. I was like, go back to sleep, wake up. The oracle's message: Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens.
Ooh, I just got a sharp like.
Shit. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on the truck, and a song on the radio. Oh, my spirit team is notorious for that. They play Spanish songs, old ones too, old salsa music. What the hell? Yeah, they'll do that. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open for someone might just say the right thing that will give you the answer to your query or your question. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you and your reply is favorable. Relationship message. Yeah. You can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come to it of an end, and the signs are all there. Again, this is talking about signs, guys. Signs! So pay attention to the signs. Okay, a stop sign is not a sign. Come on, some shit is human. You all know. You guys will sense it. You guys will feel it. Something will be different about this emotion or this sensation or this judge, or you'll feel a breeze or a soft touch, or just like you just felt.
And if it feels forced, then it's not a sign.
No, it's not. Prosperity message. Look at that shit. Yeah. Oh.
She brought me a money envelope. Some lavender soap.
See, and you guys saw this, so I was told to bring her this. So I was like, okay. You are on target with your purpose and your passion. So there you go. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track.
And this is not news to me because this is news that she's been. This is what you.
I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, but the really crazy part is that the last reading that I had done with you, which was what in May, you told me communication was like the last like thing that she left me with. She's like communication. That's, I'm not gonna talk about the situation, but communication.
Yeah.
And then prosperity. She's like, everything that you've worked so hard for is finally.
Well,
aligned.
I told her about Rizzo's on the road.
Yeah, she sure did. Let me tell you guys. Listen, Vida. Really, like, Rizzo's on the road. She's like, it's happening. It's gonna happen.
She's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You don't understand. I have to talk to Kia. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Just wait.
And
just
it happened when she said too, because I think we had a reading in December. Because I always like to do readings before the New Year.
Yeah.
So I made sure to get a reading right before the New Year, and I was telling her about this project, and I was like, and we haven't heard back from them, and she's like, you're gonna hear from them at the end of January or February. Boom! We got like the news at the end of January.
And she hit me like, oh my God! I told you. She's like, I know you did. I'm like.
And so guess what? So at the Rizzo's on the Road New York event, Vida is gonna be there, and she's gonna be vending, and she's gonna be selling. She's gonna be selling a special edition. Well, tell them about the soap that you're making.
Oh, well, I make spiritual soaps, which also help remove negative energy, helps remove lower vibrations, toxins from your system. They're all vegan.
So you just take a bath with them, right?
Yes, you can use it every day as a spiritual cleansing tool. Also, if you're vegan and you love really good aromatic soap, these are really powerful. All my spiritual bath products are vegan, and they do remove negative energies, low vibrations. I have
bless all of that.
Yes, and I add herbs and I add oils. Everything's crushed. And crystals. Everything's crushed. And I do it in different scents. I also make bath bombs. Same thing. I also make actual spiritual bath, old school spiritual bath. You know how you go to Botanica and get those spiritual baths? I make them myself. Those mason jar ones, I make those. Everything in my bath line is about removing negative energies, removing lower vibrations, clearing your aura, getting all this stuff off you. And sometimes, if you look, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. This is a freebie. If you can't get to a Botanica, if you can't get anything, salt.
Epsom salt, right?
Salt, sea salt, regular table salt. If you got table salt or Epsom salt, put it in the bathtub. Salt is a purifier. It cleanses you. Have you ever looked at salt in the movies or in Supernatural? It protects you from negative energy. Also, you can make a salt scrub with coconut oil, whatever. Scrub this shit off of you. It's that powerful. But again, those I'm gonna be selling everything that I got.
But you're selling a special soap at the Rizzo's on the Road. It's gonna be a pineapple scent,
coconut,
especially for Rizzo's on the Road, like
pineapple and
exclusive.
coconut.
so excited.
Because, you know, coconut oil is really
And not even that. Did you know that pineapples are a thing in the curly community? Like, when we go to sleep, we put our hair up like this.
Pero, mija, I don't have long
protect
hair.
the curl. And this is called a pineapple. So this is a pineapple in the curly community.
Well, there you go. I
don't
have long hair. You know, so
pineapple.
you know.
Okay, finish with this because this is good.
Okay. It says, expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Now, protection message. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Yes, we go. Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. Listen to your intuition. This goes back to everything I've been talking about since the beginning. Your intuition is your best tool. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interest at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. Listen to your team. Pray and meditate. Follow through. Follow your intuition. The second card, though, this is a doozy. This is a 1-2 combo right here.
Yeah, it is. Wait for this card. Let me start the recording on because it's about to go.
So this second card is called Go the Distance. The first one is a message in the bottom. Go the distance. So you're not finished yet. You're gonna keep them? Oh my goodness. So happy. See, again, I read from the book so you guys don't think I'm making this shit up. Because people are like, no, you making it up. No, I don't like that. Because you know what, I used to go get readings done from a tarot reader. Different tarot readers. I always like to test people out. And if this means that, I'm like, no, it don't. I will call people out during their reading. They're like, Salgarete. I'm like, why you lying? I'm gonna get you. You know how many people I got cursed out by? I've gotten cursed out by people. There's a lot of people who don't like me, and that's okay. Because my energy doesn't resonate with people, and that's okay. And you guys gotta learn that too. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm saying it for a reason. So stop letting other people influence you and follow your intuition no matter what. It goes back to that. Go the distance. Essential meanings. Endurance, strength, the long haul. Oh, it's coming. The Oracle's message, to bring your dream to life, you must think long-term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Stop worrying about all this unnecessary drama. Focus on you. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Stop stressing. I hope. She stresses a lot. I know. She's stressed.
Because I'm always trying to get to the finish line, forgetting that the journey is like the finish line is the journey, not the actual finish line. That is my problem.
Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. Hello. Your alignment is perfect. So step it. What is yours will never be withheld with you. Remember that. It's always yours. Relationship message. You either are in or calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. Oh my God. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? Don't look at me like that. She's just looking at me and look like Vida, bitch, damn it. Stop. Prosperity message. Your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long-term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all phases of manifestation. That is so important. Keep pushing for your dreams. Keep following your intuition. If you do not, you will fall.
Yeah. And you've always told me that. You're like, the moment that you... And I've heard, when I was in New Orleans at an event, a girl came up to me. She's like, I have a message for you randomly. And she basically told me that. She's like, the moment that you steer off from your intuition and your path, is everything's going to come crashing down for you.
So she got confirmation.
Yeah.
After we did a reading. By somebody else. A complete stranger.
Yeah, a complete just random girl that came up to me.
There you go.
It made me cry because I was like, what? This is so weird. Like, I just met you and you're just... Yeah, it was weird. It was crazy. It wasn't crazy. It was natural because these things are not crazy. They are natural.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. Protection message. Do you feel as you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up the image of a desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, and mirages. But there is more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. You are learning how to conserve your strength, and in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective of where you expend your energy. Stop giving everybody a piece of you. Stop. It's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. Listen to your call of your soul, also known as intuition. Your team, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, everything we've talked about. Because it will never lead you astray. Back to intuition. That and this is an important time for letting go of what's not important.
Damn.
So again, message in a bottle and go the distance. And they literally told me to bring 3 decks. I didn't know why. I just picked those 3 that they told me to. Well, I know why. 3 is a divine number. Power of 3. But those cards literally flew out the deck as you saw. I didn't pull anything. This is what happened. This is
and
how it
the
works.
interesting part is to see how those messages apply to my life right now, but to see how those messages, whoever's watching this, because if you're watching this video and you're still watching it to this point, because I already know this video is going to be like 45 minutes long and I might have to split it up into 2 videos or 1 long ass video. If you're still watching this video and you just heard that message, I would love to know how it, leave a comment, let us know if applied to you or how you felt reading or how you just felt about this whole entire video, because I know that this is not going to be a one-time thing. We're definitely going to have to do like another part 2 to this,
right?
or something
There's
more
so much
specific.
to it. This is,
Yeah,
something,
it's a lot.
Yeah, something specific, or I don't know.
We can do full moon and the new moon.
Yeah,
and
we can do that.
or
I mean, it's up to you. But again,
breaking it down for the people.
But I will be at her event.
Yes, she's gonna be there.
So
I don't think she's gonna be doing any live readings. No, none of that.
it never fails though. It always does.
Honestly, we don't know.
It never feel like literally people come up to you like.
Yeah, just sometimes she'll just see you and just read you like right there because she has something to say.
Yeah. My husband's used to it. I feel bad. When we go to the store, he's like, I'm going to go over there. Like, he knows something's about to go down. Because he sees me look a certain way. He's like, oh, hell, let's go. And he takes the kids, and the kids are like, what happened? I'm like, so-and-so and so-and-so. So I'm like, what? I'm like, it never happens.
You're going to sell the soaps? You're going to sell...
I'm selling everything.
Okay.
Everything I got. Everything I got. I'm just bringing a couple of my soy candles so you guys can see them. If somebody wants to purchase them there, you can. But 9 times out of 10, people want me to do the candle reading. So I usually... I'm not bringing all of them. I'm just bringing maybe like a step with some colors, but all my stuff, my protection jewelry, my envelopes, my herbal envelopes are pretty much mojo bags and envelopes, because mojo bags are really big and thick, and if you ever had a mojo bag, sometimes the herbs and the crystals fall out. So we did, I'm talking about spirit, have decided to make them in envelopes, like the money envelope, love envelope, peace and harmony, cleansing,
these
purification.
You just keep in your wallet, you said, or your purse?
Well, the money envelope you keep in your wallet. You want money coming.
Yes, I'm going to put this in my wallet right away.
You can leave it in the baggie too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just like that. The bath bombs, the soaps, the sprays. I have protection spray. I have a bitch be gone spray.
Yes, that spray. I think all of us need that, because...
Bitch be gone spray is pretty much a repellent to keep certain energies away from you. You can spray it on you, or like, for example, at work. Or you spray that shit before you go on the bus or on the train. Hello. Keep certain energies.
Sometimes people, and like even, you're not even interacting with people and their energies just rub off on you.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
Energy's contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the chaos that's going on. Think about all the pain, all the abuse, the murders, the accidents, there's just too much. So me and Spirit, formulated these things. I also have a flower power spray to attract health, wealth, and love. I have a protection spray which helps you to protect daily instances every day, or for traveling. Bitch be gone is literally specific energies you don't want to. If you know you're going into, like I say, if you're going to an event and you don't feel completely right, but you know you have to go anyway, spray that bitch be gone spray. Hello. Just make sure it keeps certain energies away from you. But it doesn't exclude of you also calling in your powers, calling in your team, calling in your guardian angel to shield you, to protect you. And we can go on, but there's sage, there's Palo Santo.
You have crystals too that you
sell? Yeah, I'm gonna bring all my crystals, my crystal protection bracelets as well. They just not only protect, but they also enhance the powers of the actual crystals as well. What
Yeah,
they do.
so guys, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and let us know what you think. Should we do a part 2? What do you guys want to talk about? This is like, I've never fully spoken about this on my channel, so some people might like it, some people might hate it. I don't care. This is my life, and I just wanted to start introducing you to dope people that I love, and I just learned so much, and Vida is definitely one of those people. So like she said, she doesn't approve friend requests, but if you leave a comment on this video with your Instagram handle and saying that you want to follow her, she will approve. Or if you send her an email at readingsbyvida@aol.com, or I'm gonna post a picture on Instagram, and if you leave a comment on that picture, she'll come in. That's
so
pretty much it.
yeah, pretty much it. Just again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. This video is not going to be for everybody. Some people are not going to like the fact that she's even putting this video up, and I know that. My energy is not always going to resonate with yours, and that's fine, but it says it in my bio on my Instagram. Follow your intuition at all costs, even if that means you don't work with me. I have it in my auto reply. Follow your intuition. I literally have it on my postcards. I didn't bring my postcards, but I literally have it on my postcards. On the bottom, it says always follow your intuition with any spiritual worker, even if that means not with me. I'm okay with that, but you have to follow your intuition. You are more stronger than you think, so stop thinking that you're not.
And with that being said, thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, this video is gonna be so good.